Wah. Cock radio.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Sick. I hate doing things.
Ever.
Awesome.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I want to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Ah, I'm eating spicy noodles. No, I want to get off now. I like pain, burning light, wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
I don't care, I'm an idiot. A brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
No, Eli. Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help someone cut my head off, it's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can aim a motor carriage.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I've been bullied to play this game multiple times and now I'm finally playing it. I also made noodles, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a bite first. I thought he was straight up booty butt naked for a second. I was about to be like, oh, fuck. Who needs dinner when you have Veilguard? But no, seriously, you should go eat. Yum. in my pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says "whirling in rags" on the aluminium keyring.
Aluminium.
There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Should I make the screen big? Like, big screen? Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore at the tape while the song was playing. Is that my shoe? Oh my god. Excuse me. See bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Oh no, he mixed it together. Eugh.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Jesus.
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Did they say charge $15 for the mirror? I don't know what you're talking about.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Hey, it's not very nice.
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Ew. I'm sure everything is fine, touches my nose.
It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
This guy is mean. Like the mirror.
Behold.
Ah! Oh god! Oh, it's horrible! Ah, that's not that bad.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Of course I do. It's, some kind of superstar? I think I'm a
It
superstar.
appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, This is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Oh, dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Let's try the very low.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
What's this? Oh, it's a door that goes to another room. What else can I fucks with? Oh, it's my tie! Give me that.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Let's do it.
You reach out to
Damn,
grab
I
the
keep
tie.
failing everything.
But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over
Uh-oh,
you.
I'm having a heart attack.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier. Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you. You're hanging by a thread here.
Jesus.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's
Imagine if I
released
failed
from the
that and
blade.
just died right then and there from a heart attack. That would be kind of crazy.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake.
Uh-oh.
Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the
my
photons burning
eyeballs.
a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Did you survive, official? Did you live?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I throw my shoe out of it?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown
My
with
shoe.
force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Should go get that shoe.
The cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Ooh, chilly. Is there anything else I can interact with in here? I'm gonna eat some noodles before I continue. I don't want them to get cold. So, chat, how are you? Also, do you guys want me to voice his dialogue options, or... No. Ah, spicy. Ah. Doesn't the inner thoughts basically reiterate the dialogue choices? I don't know, I've never played this before. Maybe?
Hello, officer.
Hello, pretty lady.
The young woman raises
Marcia.
a cigarette
How are
to
you?
her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking? That's so depressing! Officer? Am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
This girl must be like, this guy's kinda weird. You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Might not know where I am or who I am or what a corpus canema is, but I know what one sounds like. I don't remember being a cop or anything else. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer? Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. I do not think that's going to work.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
Must stink.
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Could it be because of the drinking?
Raises an eyebrow at the cigarette sizzle.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Let's try it.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you. You erupts
What
into
was
laughter.
that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again.
No, I don't want to. Now he's all pouty. I say I wanted to have sex with you.
No, you see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
Superstar cop. It's been established.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
I sincerely think I'm a superstar. It's a theory I'm developing.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Okay, bye, pretty lady.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say! Lies and deceit. What this? There's something on the table. Okay, okay. What was it? Ah, my shoe. Hell yeah.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet,
Yippee!
like two baby crocodiles.
Wait, these don't look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
That's depressing. Open the door. Stairs. Ah! Do I want to inspect everything? Is that one of those games?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Exactly. It's measured, level-headed, and it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
I love observing everything. What's this? Oh, I'll take that. Oh!
Hello, sweetie.
Hello.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okay.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Oh. Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Conceptualize, invent a name for yourself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
I don't really know my name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
No, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the
Interviews?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah. I don't like dead bodies. No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not
Is
from
he
the Inspectorate
French
General.
or Japanese? I can't tell.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
You mean internal affairs? Ah, you mean the Rat Squad.
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
You said insignia. These white rectangles, you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
River showed.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Okay.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
You can talk to him whenever by just interacting with him. His body is kind of tea, though. I'm gonna eat some noodles real quick. Are you enjoying this, Rat, from your job? Fuck, I can't cut the egg. Eh. Got to get a knife to cut my egg open in my noodles. But it came out. No. I think I added too much water to my noodles, because now they're spicy, but they're also kind of watery.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Gyat! Mr. Gyat!
You run this place.
Mr. Gyat! Mr. Gyat! Mr. Gyat! Mr. Gyat!
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
I am currently in between names.
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Sylvie the blonde chick?
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got
His
this.
face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Listen here, fuckface.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Oh, do you tell Dongus that I'm playing this, by the way, Rat?
She went away because none of your business.
Excuse me.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
I'm not a cop. Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay?
Could've fooled
I'm the
me.
cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Oh, now you recognize that I am in fact a cop.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, you said they hoisted him up. What do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
True.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Aw. Try to slip away unnoticed.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you suddenly turn around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she?
That's true, yes, and it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
Fuck you, asshole!
Watch out!
Oh my god.
Everything
Did I
goes
die?
dark.
Oh, I just passed out.
Back so soon.
So worth it.
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle.
Ouch.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
Hey, at least we shook him up a little bit.
The drinks are on the house, okay?
Hell yeah.
There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
I won't pay for that window. Ouch.
Okay, fine. I'll take it off your bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't give you another room.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Okay.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I don't know.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
An expression.
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
Maybe we'll play Finding Frankie a different time.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Perchance. Sorry I ran
Hello,
into you.
sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh fuck, I got old lady Riz.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Is that because I ran into you?
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Hire her on the spot?
On the spot.
Are you okay? I'm very sorry I crashed into you earlier. I don't know what got into me.
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
It was like my body had a will of its own.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
You seem to be in a chair. No shit. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
Something called the Urban Coast.
Yes. We're in Martinez, on the coast of Revachol.
I don't know diddly squat about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
I got a pin! Woohoo!
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Oh.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The
Please no
Status of
spoil
law
anything. I've never
enforcement
played
has
this
been
before.
a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end there.
Oh, I
It
know,
does look
Jersey.
like
I
you're
was just
having
saying
trouble
in case.
remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Am I embarrassing him?
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Bye, Grandma. Huh?
Yes?
I need to use his shortwave. Green apple pen. It's a monkey! There's a monkey on it! Fugue.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno. Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
Oh!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What?
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Asshole.
Shitload, Pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night...
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been
Not
fucking
really.
up to?
I regret talking to this dude.
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
The hell's a fucking...
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
The popo phone.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Wow! Again!
Yeah? The kingdom of... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't... Kuno's Kuno?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Jesus.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
My morale, no!
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I..."
Oh. I died. What was I even supposed to say in that situation?
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from clinging to a picture book version of the contemporary.
Let's try that again. Maybe don't even talk to the kid this time. Damn, so your morale can get so low that you just give up, huh?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
So, how do I get him down? Oh, what is this?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46.
Yeah, tab.
2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have
Yeah, he's
preserved them.
not doing that bad for a guy who's got, like, who's a severe drunk and, like, can't remember shit.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the Odd Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward...
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm. A woman or a kid? Okay. How do you...
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Swamp Goose keeps burping and B girls tell him to stop. Goose, stop!
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? a secret path the local kids use.
Wait. If this is where they hide out, do you think I could scare them by telling them, hey, I saw your drugs? I do the quick saving. We quick save around here.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. Over. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering.
You got it? I'm gonna die.
But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
I can't quick save that. Oh, hell yeah. Parkour!
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor.
That's actually a
rushes
huge
back
time
in.
save too. Why can't I put on my coat? Float. Very epic. Where's the green pen? Ah. Yeah, where is my green pen? Maybe when I auto-saved, it didn't save me getting the pen. I can always go back and get it, I think. up your ass.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and there's sparse It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that? Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Why does it matter? We're cops. Do I need to be back here? Does this have anything to do with what I need to be doing? Big button.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. The rusty control panel grows warm to the touch. A faint smell of burning rubber reaches your nostrils. A short circuit.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
Nuh-uh.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Swayed the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
just getting distracted. Lorked. Everything's got a purpose. Okay.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, he looks after everyone.
I like
Huh?
this guy.
Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Shut up.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them
Chemicals.
have labels on them, I think.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Bye-bye now.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist. Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan of Volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Yes?
I'm gonna need meds. How do I use meds? What the button?
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this... Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of... So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have... This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Ah!
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours? Despair creeps into you.
Uh-oh.
Getting fat.
Uh-oh.
Weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up
I'm
from
gonna
total
die.
annihilation, right?
I thought I used the health thingy.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after we finish in.
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective.
Are you fucking kidding? Gotta quick save more often.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak...
Yes, you could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
As you leap in the air, a chilly ankles tingling from the... As the concrete...
I knew you
with your feet... This is the night watch. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down.
If you must. But please...
Nothing incriminating. It's a black and white.
Why did you take that? Fine. But...
A rusting marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And with a surprise, the harbor sleeps as the moving...
I can't see how that was...
Before you stand...
You do? There are a million containers here. What? There may very well be, but we are not here to look. We are not here to interact with...
No reply. The knock produces you attempt. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Why are you what? Are you satisfied?
No reply. The knock, 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 no reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. No reply. The knock, no reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Container.
The lyrics to the accent is...
Container. Ever. I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? I mean, just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing. Oh, that one.
Told you.
Oh, yes. People say us...
Thank you for clarifying that.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't... Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's... Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of... We're on a strike.
So no one?
Not ever. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and... Oh, him and his boys stirred up something in town. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy.
Easy, Leo.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Too late. Leo's mouth is... Now he's talking about some
Yes, yes. I'm like Miss... Actually...
Who is this, Miss...
A real prick, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. Oh, Lizzie.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. If me missus and me was to have a child, Dr. Lemaitre said so.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Buford.
Yes, this place really seems...
Well, thanks a lot. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much... Oh, you want Miss... Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his... Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. Bye-bye now.
Before you is a wall with great effort, with a mixture of expectation.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'd offer you my hand.
He looks extreme.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store, forget about that. What's with this?
Please, Mr. Dubois.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, so tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Don't mention it.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns.
What do I do? What do you want me to do?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from...
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a... But
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up.
Yeah, I'm about to give up.
You're back before the... No reply. The knock produced...
Oh.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
it's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Couron, Coal City. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written, "Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners." All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Leo must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling borscht. All items on the list. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Hell yeah. Saying I gotta go talk to him. I have 2 magnesium. Is that gonna work?
Before you is, with great effort, with a mixture of
Welcome, I'd offer you my hand.
He looks extreme.
You go ahead, Detective.
Whatever he had, forget about that. What's with this?
Please, Mr. Dubois.
It's nothing.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. So tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
By the way, this should take. It should be sufficient.
Wow.
Don't mention it.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Oh God, why didn't you think of... Fuck love. This is your gun.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all... It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouth.
It was loaded.
Jesus.
There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you want to cry? God.
Mr. Dubois.
Damn it! It's like if I fucking got caught farting, you lose your morale.
Before you, with a mixture of...
Welcome, Mr. I'd offer you my...
He looks extreme.
You go ahead.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this?
Please, Miss...
It's nothing.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. So tell...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable...
This should take... It should be sufficient.
Wow, that's 25 real.
Yes, I know, Lauren.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game.
Okay. Now, I'd like...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is... The world is swallowed. Oh God. Why didn't you think... It's gone.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left...
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least... God,
damn.
You're sweating. Your knee...
Mr. Dubois.
I wanted to see if I could do it.
Before you is with a mixture of it.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'd offer you my hand.
He looks
You go ahead.
whatever. Forget about that.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. So tell.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the.
By the way, this should be sufficient to cover your
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or... Cool. I would... Now, I'd like...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear, the world is oh God. It's gone.
Are you all right? It's not like you left it...
It was loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. You want...
Mr. Dubois.
Before you is a walrus with a mixture of...
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'd offer you my...
He looks...
You go ahead.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois. Very well, Mr. Dubois. I, too, should you find...
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a...
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, so tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most...
By the way, this should take care... It should be sufficient.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need...
Okay, now...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed. Oh God. Why didn't you... It's gone.
Are you all right? It's not like you left it late.
It was loaded.
Officer.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. The meat you want.
So annoying. I have to go back and do all that shit. I don't want to.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure.
Try work. The case at hand. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble... Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is...
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it. Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped. A security guard to find him. There's a strong prejudice against involving the... Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a... You don't know? That's good. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my... Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the... No. It's not... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't... Then you're in luck.
Is this a strike, then? Or the first shots in a work?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating this community map. Strike, coup.
You feel something. rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
When I said we have to navigate...
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to... You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you? There's no reason. 3 days ago, during that time. Okay then. Good. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent. That's a fair point. What do you mean? I have no idea what you're...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What? Think?
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. It's a part of the world, officer.
Seol is a protectionist, isolationist,
You're barking at the wrong tree.
a point of pride to him.
No.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a... I hope you don't take this the wrong... They say it's a scene clearing...
Yes, but
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess.
there he still is. Look.
What do you see?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay. Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It's...
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work.
Thank you.
Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps you...
Since the street sign's messed up, no problem.
She's very well composed.
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Do we take the body down now, or?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
Ugh.
Before you stands a motor carriage. Vapor emanates. This must be the infernal machine that toy. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to...
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Or.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want... Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over. Okay, then...
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask it.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Ten. Excuse me, sir? No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over, and
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly
Well, now I'm not
organized.
surprised about the gun.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
It's robust. Weather lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The handles, you can do good. The pry bar, useful for opening or the pull-out toolbox, slides back. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. The smell of freshly treated leather. The lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder. All seem to be whispering, I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back. At the bottom of the sea. So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A radio as you tap on the gauge.
There's no use pressing the heat button.
Translation. We're not going...
I am a gander.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the...
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demand.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal...
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be
Are
happy.
you having fun with the game? Yeah, it's got cool dialogue.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct.
Don't be a stranger.
This Postler Vantorier mail collection box has been heavily vandalized. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. The box seems happy.
Yay.
Eat shit, pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman or a And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real. Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of them. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. Assaulted. There's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have... As you turn, a bright light catches your eye. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, You have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for now and do some cleaning before I gotta go to work. Goodbye!